Cool, and I'm about to record the second part of this live editing thing. So I'm working on Dutch Captain Tricks' 2CE, his birthday thing. You guys have already seen it, but I haven't, right? I'm making it right now. I haven't even made it yet. It's not like I'm going over the effects or anything. I'm actually making it and uploading me making it live. So I think this is going to be a pretty sick series. Leave a comment, leave a like if you want some more. Ooh, I just got a Skype message. I'm going to appear offline on Skype so that I don't get it spammed anymore. But what else do I okay, so first of all, last episode what we finished off with, I'm pretty sure we were just working on like syncing this up, and it had to end right here is where cinematic did, and I just made a cinematic. I just went and recorded that. I'm going to import that in, and I saved it to my movies, so it should be somewhere around here. Here we go, it's this one. So let's just put that in our composition. And where I want it to start, I want it to be above this layer. I want to start over here. And also this is pretty small because this is 720p. I recorded it, and the composition is 1080p. So I'm just gonna bump this up to 133.333. That's not even what I'm supposed to do. Never mind. Alright, yeah, it's 150. I'm pretty sure that's the correct aspect ratio. Let's try 151. Just to be safe, just in case that's not where we want it. But I got a really cool idea of what I wanted to do. So as you can see right here, he puts his gun away. So I'm actually going to start the cinematic right here. But before I do that, I'm going to add a marker so that I don't forget exactly where it is. Whoops. The marker's right there. And I'm also going to pre-compose this, moving all the attributes. So I'm going to call this Cinematic Studio. And then I'm going to go into this composition, and I'm going to put this at the very beginning, snapped at the beginning, and I'm going to start the cinematic the very first frame that it starts moving. It's because I don't want any wasted time. As you can see it right here. Alright, so this is the first frame. Whoops. Right here. So I'm going to snap at the beginning. So now, right at the beginning, it starts moving, as you can see. And right at the end, where it stops moving, I'm going to, at the very last frame, I'm going to end it right here. Or let's end at the frame before, because this is all we need. Alright, so that's pretty good for now. I'm going to go composition settings, and as you can see, that's kind of weird how it says negative, but I'll just ignore that for now. So if this is negative 39 point, okay, you know what? Okay, I'm just gonna move this. I'm just gonna start this at 0. 0 seconds in, and I'm going to basically see how long my clip is, so I can understand how long I have to make my composition. So if it goes from 0 to 11:14, all right, 11:14. Let's remember that. So now we can go composition settings, put 0, 11, 14. So basically I just made my composition the exact size of the clip. So now we can go back into the main composition, back into this, and we can start the composition. We can snap it right to here. So now it's all perfect and everything. And what I was going to try to do is make it so that it goes from here to here. To do that, what I'm going to have to do is adjust the color correction of this, add some color correction, because it does look pretty nasty just by itself. Because as you can see, going from this frame to this frame, the color's a lot different. So first of all, what I'm going to add is some saturation, because I can tell that it needs some saturation. Let's put the saturation maybe to 20, bumped up. And that's about good. I'm also going to want some curves. And I'm going to play with the curves, because that's what it needs as well. As you can see, it's looking a bit better already. And now after the curves, I'm going to, did I just change something? I want this back at 0. I'm going to add some contrast, brightness and contrast. There we go. I want the contrast to be 10. And now let's see how this is looking. This looks a lot more pop. It looks like it pops a lot more. So let's see if we can find something. It looks like contrast isn't the way to go. Let's go, maybe we can try this -20, maybe that's making a difference. But it still looks green. So what we can do, I can make the saturation -30. And then I can add a CC color offset. So basically guys, right now what I'm doing is I'm basically just messing with the color to try to get it looking. See, that's not what I want though. Try to get it to look like it's the same clip, even though it's not. So you know what, if I could just add some what I had before, so contrast and brightness, or brightness and contrast, make the contrast 5 and then make the brightness -5. That should be pretty good for now. It's pretty much the same, so I'm just gonna leave that for now because it's pretty nice. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy these settings, copy these, all of them, and I'm going to copy them and just put it on the raw clip because I don't want it in my main comp, because then when I twist it, it'll mess around with things. So let's just delete these now. Now as you can see, since they're on the pre-comp, it still looks the same. So what I'm going to do is, as you can see, this one's a bit to the left of this. It gets a bit to the left, so I'm going to adjust the position. I'm going to keyframe the position here, then right here. I'm going to move it a bit to the right. Wait, never mind, not this one. I need to keyframe the position of this one. Basically what I'm trying to do right now is just make it a little bit smoother than it is, a smoother transition. Because if we look at this right now, this is basically what it looks like. And as you can see, it kind of jumps on that frame. It just jumps a bit. So I'm just going to try to smooth that out a bit as best as I can. So I'm going to keyframe the position there. And here, I'm going to move it to the left. Or no, I want to keyframe it here. And then the frame before, I'm going to move it to the left. Or is the left where I want it? Maybe I need to move to the right. Yeah, I do need to move it to the right. Alright, so as you can see, now it looks a bit smoother, although it does twist a bit. So what I can do for this is I can make this a 3D layer, and I can keyframe the X rotation, or is it X rotation? No, it's not. Y rotation is what I want. So I can keyframe the Y rotation, and I can keyframe the Y rotation here, and on the second one, I can make the Y rotation. Pretty sure like that is what I want it. So let's make this like 3, just so that it's not too intense. I'm pretty sure, well, let's just unkeyframe these for a second. No, I want to unkeyframe them when they're back here, so I can see the difference. So it still needs to be more, what do I call it? I'm just messing around with the Y rotation right now. Okay, so let's unkeyframe the Y rotation. So it's turning to the left, so we need to counter that and turn it to the right. Okay, now I understand. So sorry if I'm being silent, guys, but I'm basically just trying to, so let's go -2. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what I need. See that? Yeah, that looks really nice now. And maybe we still need to move it a bit more to the right, and a bit more down, and maybe -3. Now it just looks really smooth, a lot smoother than it did. But actually, I lied, I don't want it that far to the left, or to the right, I mean. And see, yeah, that looks a lot smoother now. Doesn't look as jumpy at all. So what I'm going to do on this layer, I'm in the studio layer is I'm going to add some motion tile. And basically what this is going to do is, instead of, okay, like, you know how when you see this, there's like black bars on the outside and on the top, right? I'm just gonna fix that. I'm gonna make the tile height, whoops, no, not there. I want this 100, but I want the output height to be 120 and the output width to be 120. And as you can see, it fills that thing up there, and when I mirror the edges, it looks really, really smooth. It looks like that's how it's supposed to be. So yeah, that's all good for there. And as you can see, now I have a pretty smooth transition, which is going to be pretty cool. Let's just look at this. Just a quick RAM preview. Alright, so that's pretty cool, but a couple more things I want to do is, first of all, in here, and this is pre-composition, when the gun goes away, actually no, I'm not going to be able to do it like that. What I have to do, it's going to be pretty complicated, but basically I wanted this to, like, I know what I can do. I can add an adjustment layer and call this scale adjust, and then I can add a transform effect. And you might ask, oh, why don't, because basically what I want this to adjust both of these layers at the same time. Oh, but I actually added a scale, because if I just adjust this scale, it doesn't do anything. But if I adjust this scale, then adjust the scale of both layers. So I'm gonna put this back at 100, and this is the frame that everything changes. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 before. I need to put a transform back on there because I accidentally deleted it. So keyframe the scale 8 before. Put this, make this 120. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 after. And put it back to 100. So now that basically looks like this. And that's pretty cool. And that actually looks really, really smooth. So one more thing I can do, I can go U, make this easy ease by pressing FN, F9, and then I can also add a radial blur, but I don't want a radial blur, so I'll tell you guys what I'm talking about. So I'm just going to do a type, and I'm going to change this to a zoom, and then I'm also going to go here, and amount is going to go 0, then the frame that it changes is going to go 20, then back here, going to go 0 again. So now after all of this, let's look what it looks like, and it'll be pretty smooth. So yeah, that's pretty smooth. I kind of like that. So one more thing, I do want the scale to be a bit more than 120, just so that we can actually see. Just that we actually can't see these things. So, oops, I didn't want to do that. So what was that at again? 180. Let's just go 180, and let's see how this looks. Maybe it'll be too harsh. I don't really know. So that looks pretty cool, but I'm thinking I'm just gonna put this around 140, and that should be fine for now. Except I also want this to be FNF9, and this to be FNF9, just so that it's really smooth, everything's all nice. And you might ask, oh, why don't you do that for the radial blur? But trust me, you won't even notice the radial blur in the end, and I'm certain you guys didn't. So don't tell me, oh my god, I noticed so much, like, oh my god, Cameron. One more thing I might want to do, you see how it's like blurry-ish here? I'm going to add like a little fast blur onto this fast blur. Then I'm going to go here, it's going to be 0, and here it's going to be 5. What's the difference between 5 and 0 though? Let's go 10. That looks pretty good. So now I'm going to go back here. Also going to put back to 0. Now that's a pretty smooth transition. So there's one more thing I wanted to do. Okay, actually, you know what I'm going to do? because I'm not really happy with how it looks right now. So I'm going to go back to here, put the scale only to 110 at the beginning, because that's all I really need. And I'm also, whoops, what did I just do? Undo that. I'm also going to go to the studio clip, and I'm going to pre-compose it, moving all the attributes. So now what I can do is I can mask out this thing, and I can move it off the screen for when it goes. So I'm going to take my pen tool, I'm going to just go mask this out, and it's not going to be very long, so don't worry guys, just go boom, 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 boom. I'm actually just going to adjust this a little bit, just a little bit. So, and then I'm going to go M and make this subtract, because we don't want to see that. And I did my tutorial, and I mentioned masking in it before. So if you haven't seen that, then go check that out. It's pretty sick. So also, then on this one, I'm going to mask this out, and I'm going to go here, here. Actually, that's not what I wanted to do. I want to make a Bezier curve mask. Let's go like that. Let's go back to this one. Let's mask this out, and this one's going to take a little bit longer since it has some elaborate shapes. Whoa, I don't want it to be like that. Let's move that down. And yeah, that's about good for now. We can make this one subtract as well. And as you can see, I have a bit of a problem. See, there's two black parts. Except I don't want these masks to be subtract. I want them to be... Actually, no, I do want them to be subtract. I lied. So I'm going to go copy. And actually, I want to duplicate this layer, so Command D. And on this one, I want both of these to be add. So now what I want to do is I'm going to go U1 here just so I can get a sense of where the keyframes are. And I'm going to go M. No, I want to go P. And I'm going to keyframe the position here and here. These are going to be off the screen. So now this is what that looks like in real time. See how those slide off? That's kind of what I was going for, and I think it looks pretty sick. So you might have noticed, oh my god, Cameron, we have a problem. See how there's two black spots right here? Yeah, well, that's what I'm about to fix. So the main layer, this, I'm going to duplicate it, and I'm going to call this filler. So what the filler is going to be is, let's go back here, and let's take my pen tool. No, I lied, let's take a rectangle tool. Let's go look at this, and that one's going to be add. Now we'll move this. Actually, no, let's just delete all the masks, and let's just go P. Why is it doing that? Subtract. Okay, never mind. I know why it's doing that. It's because this hasn't moved yet. So I want this to be over a bit. Right here, just so that we don't see the mini map anymore. It's going to be kind of hard actually. So what I'm going to do, instead of moving it left and right, I'm just going to move it up and down. So that's not really going to work either. Well, for the top one it'll work, but for the bottom one we'll have to duplicate this. And this one will go underneath, and then this one will go down. Alright, so as you guys can see, that was kind of complicated, but after all that, look what we've accomplished. A really nice cinematic look. It just looks really, really nice. So, yeah, that looks pretty nice. But one more thing I want to do. Wait, let's see how long we've been going for. How can I even check? 19 minutes. Oh my god. Okay, I didn't even think it was that long. I'm going to end this off. Leave a like if you guys enjoyed. And leave a comment if you want to see the next episode. Leave a like, because I'll keep you guys doing this, guys. I mean, when you're watching this, I would have already made all of them. But I don't have to upload them. I can still upload like other Call of Duty Ghosts videos. So, yeah, you can leave a comment if you want to see some more of these. I'll definitely make sure to upload them. But for now, thanks for watching and have a great day. Yeah, see you later. Thanks for watching.